Welcome back everybody to Copycat Chef. I am Jason Cavallano, and on this particular episode we are going to be going over a beer review of Budweiser's Black Lager. Okay, so for this one, just to give a little bit of an overview of this beer, this is a German style Schwarzbier, or dark lager, black lager in Germany. And with the characteristics of this particular beer style, it's actually a really good beer style. It is a kind of lighter style of what you would normally think of like a porter or stout, definitely a lot lighter than that. It's a roasted kind of malt, kind of a little bit of coffee, a little bit of a chocolate type of, also a little bit of caramel type of flavorings in it, but it's a lot on the lighter side. It's got low amount of bitterness, low amount of aroma, not a whole lot of hops, a little bit of a sweetness to it. Not as much of as Bock, but it's got a little bit to it. And this particular one from Budweiser comes in, it's a nice deep, kind of brown, a little bit of amber to it. Okay. As you can see, it's kind of a nice, lightly carbonated, a little bit light to medium carbonation. You can kind of see through it. It's got a nice brown, amberish kind of Guinness to it. Comes at 7.1% in terms of the alcohol volume. And once again, this is a Budweiser and Jim Beam barrel-aged, barrel staves type of collaboration. So the purpose of this particular beer from Budweiser and Jim Beam is it's a Schwarzbier with some of this bourbon barrel-aged flavor to it. So it's got a little bit of an oakness, just a little bit of it, a little bit of a nice vanilla to it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, kind of on the aroma for the overview, it's not really too much to it. You would expect a little more chocolate, coffee, a little more of that kind of bourbon barrel kind of coming through, but not a whole lot on the nose. Honestly, it smells a lot like Budweiser on the nose. I was expecting a little more of that barrelness, but that's pretty flat. Not a whole lot in terms of the aroma. Yeah, I would definitely say the headline for this beer though would be Bud and Beam's Back in Black. This kind of reminds me of just kind of a classic 1970s AC/DC. It's solid, know what you're gonna get. Shoot the thrill. It's really good. Back in Black, I would say. It's a really good collaboration. Yeah, highlights. Up front, it's definitely a mellow version of what you would expect. It's not a high volume or explosive type beer. It's pretty just solid all throughout. You taste a little bit of vanilla at the end. Very subtle oak. I was expecting a lot more oak, not really a whole lot. It feels very Budweiser, but it's kind of a smooth and classic Bud on the dark side. Light on the roast, not a whole lot. And I think the purpose of this beer though is definitely it's a mass marketed dark lager for Budweiser, and this is a very smart attempt by them to get that Jim Beam name on board with them. It's not, I mean, honestly, the barrel aged, barely tasted. They could probably use a little more barrel aging, but this is definitely, the purpose is a very introductory beer, especially for a dark lager, for someone who's not used to more craft beers. It's a very subtle introduction into barrel aged beers. With that, personally, this is definitely a beer that I could definitely consider buying a decent amount of, keeping it in the fridge. It does come at about $7 for only 4, so it is a little bit more on the expensive side, but it's a very good introductory beer. Really solid. From a personal perspective, I'd probably give this, considering what it is, probably a 87, 88. Be a really good B+, solid B+. Maybe even into the A range. I really think it's a very smooth beer. I just wish it had a little more of the barrel and bourbon flavor. It just kind of lacks it, so I can't really give it an A. Pragmatically speaking, Sam Adams has a block lager that also got a rating of 84, and Brooklyn Brewery has a dark lager that got an 86. This one got an 86 on Beeradvocate. So from a popular perspective, a lot of people are looking into this beer right now, just because it's Budweiser, Jim Beam, a lot of curiosity around it. This is kind of Budweiser's view going into the craft beer. But from a pragmatic perspective, this is definitely a beer that pragmatically I would buy it. And if I had to give it to friends, I'd feel very, very comfortable. I would say, look, this is an introductory into barrel-aged beers. It's a pretty decent take on a Schwarzbier. Nothing too heavy on it. Pretty enjoyable, relaxed type of a beer. Definitely people who aren't really used to more extravagant beers are definitely going to be able to drink this and not be taken back. It's not going to punch you in the face with anything. It's a very smooth ride. In terms of pairing, I definitely think a smoky type meat with this would go really, really good. Even things like tri-tip, Gouda cheese, something like that. Even a Havarti, a little bit of that would go really good with this. Steak, perfect. And the steak burrito from Chipotle with this that's a banger right there. Yeah, so once again, I think that this is a perfect beer. Yeah, smooth all the way across. I mean, I would say this is a perfect beer for people that are maybe trying to explore a little bit outside of just your normal Budweisers. You get the Budweiser name, you can trust it. It's pretty smooth, balanced Bud taste. You definitely taste a little bit of the roasted and a little bit of a hint of chocolate, a little bit of hint of caramel, hint of the oak, vanilla at the end. It's a little bit there. And so I think it's a great introductory beer for those people that are looking to explore a little bit, but not overwhelm themselves. So with that, I would say giddy up.